Hello guys, this is Vaish. We are going to continue the next important video of mains series, mains guidance, which is being completely done for free. So UPSC mains GS3, which is the most dynamic paper, most important paper and the lowest scoring paper. If you go to any toppers, their marks, if you see, they would have got huge marks in GS1, essay, GS4 and optionals, but they will get low marks in GS2 and GS3. Okay, but there is a trick to it. There are some topics which you have to study. 50-60 topics are there. You just study that, prepare big essay type answers for them and study only that. You will easily clear the cutoff. Okay. Problem with students is that they have no idea what it is. They just know the keywords like agriculture is there, economics is there, science and tech is there. So they go and study unwanted science magazines, unwanted agriculture missions. They don't know the trend of UPSC. So that is what I'll be doing through this series. So please watch everything till the end and in an order. Okay, please watch GS1, 2 and the paper A, paper B, everything which I've already done. So there are certain things like I told which repeats also, like PPP and FDI. It has repeated 3 times in 7 years, and there are many other things also. Today you will see all the things. So this also will be a 1 hour video which will be a detailed one and one time watch for every aspirant. No matter if you are watching this after 3 years, 5 years also, this video will be equally valid. Okay, and 2013 to 19 we will do, because 2013 onwards only the pattern slightly changed. Okay, and it's almost same. Now 2018-19 the pattern is little more changed with mark distribution, but the syllabus is same. Okay, you download 2013 syllabus or 19 syllabus, everything is same only. And disclaimers, okay, before you even go ahead, okay, this is a must do. This is only for a serious aspirant who wants to clear this exam to become an IAS or IPS or IFS or whatever, to serve the people, and you had this dream, okay, by yourself, not because your family someone told you or your friend circle someone told you, or out of any other greediness or anything which you have, perks which you get because of this post. Okay, then watch from start till the end, because there will be many things in the slide. More than that I'll be talking, so listen whatever I'm talking. Okay, it's very important and you have to make notes wherever needed. And this video will break a lot of myths like I told, and I will tell clearly like what is it which is asked by UPSC and what you have to study. And all the future videos, not all, some of the future videos will be available for everyone, but others will be, most of them will be available only to subscribers. Okay, we have set it in such a way that if you have subscribed, you will be able to see, because tomorrow you come and refresh, you will think like, okay, no video has come, it is still the old videos only showing. That is because you have not subscribed. Okay, there will be some videos which are hidden and which can be seen only by the subscribers. So subscribe to get all the free content. As of now, test series 2020 and 21 enrollments are going on. Prelims, mains is closed as of now. 2 batches are going parallelly. 2020, 1 batch is going on parallel. Only one batch is there now. And then all the offers are ending on August 31. 2022 onwards, if you are a 2022 aspirant or anything further, you can come and WhatsApp me. Okay, this is the WhatsApp number. I'll give you free guidance videos, how to begin, what is the syllabus, what is this thing, how to choose optional, what are the books to buy, how to set up a study room. All those things are there. Okay, so WhatsApp me immediately. Now, what are we aiming for? If you see, these are the things which are UPSC syllabus, and these are the mark distribution. You are aiming for this thing. After you clear prelims, this is what you have to take, like 5 days exam it will be. And I've already made videos for all these things, Indian language, English, essay, then general studies 1 and 2. Okay. General studies 3 and 4 is what I'm doing now. 3 in this video, which will be 1 hour video, and 4 I will do in 2 parts. Okay, one will be for theory and one will be for case studies. And then optionals, we are not giving any optional videos as of now, but how to choose an optional, there is a video already, you should go and watch that. Okay, and interview guidance also, 1 video is there, more videos will come as and when the interview is progressing. World history, many students ask me to make videos, and we have a plan also, but I need some time, okay, because I'm busy with all these things, and 2020 prelims is going to happen now, so I'll be giving more weightage to my work towards that. Okay, so videos will come. It will be a scheduled video series which will have starting from the 14th century, what happened in Europe, the church and the people, what was the fight and how did everything start, and the entire thing, and how it led to Industrial Revolution, American Revolution, French Revolution, World War, then the Cold War which comes later in 1991, entire thing of world history end to end. Okay, which will be not only useful for UPSC students who are having non-history optionals, but also for history optional students, because for them more detailed it is needed. So one time video I'll be making. Okay, so you can extract and study whatever is required for you. Okay, so that series will come, so give me some time for that. Everybody who are watching our channel and have subscribed, simply come and email me this code 3 free. Immediately you will get 3 free tests. Okay, which you can see how big content we are, how much big content we are giving, and what you are missing by not enrolling to IAS. Okay, because questions are directly coming from our test series, and it is happening since last 3 years. So see to it that you study from something genuine like this, and I want everybody to clear and come back to us that you are one of our students, so that we can proudly claim you as our student. Okay. Maps, many students ask me again, is there any series? So already there is like 4 video series which ma'am was doing 2 years back. So we had Ramsar sites, UNESCO sites, then Himalayas. This is the fourth episode picture thumbnail. You can go and search for this Mastering Maps in Minutes by Shailesh. You will get a playlist where only 4 videos are there as of now. Then we stopped it because people did not give any much positive feedback. Okay, so if you want us to continue like this, okay, like there is polity, there is medieval history, many things are kept on hold because your feedback was not enough. Okay, so we gave weightage to something else which people are liking. So see to it that you give feedback. Go and search for this video and give your comment or whatever, so that we can think of continuing it. This is the syllabus for GS3, 250 marks. So if you see technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security, disaster management, and from everything questions comes. Okay, it is like too much questions come, and this is the most dynamic, most diverse, and most difficult paper. So if you see details, Indian economy and issues relating to planning, mobilization of resources, growth, development, and employment. Okay, so entire economy is there. Inclusive growth and issues arising from it. So inclusive growth is actually part of a GS2 also. So you have to definitely study this, okay, because you are going to score marks in both the papers. Then government budgeting. Okay, budget also, now recent years many questions are coming. Major cropping pattern in various parts of the country, different types of irrigation, storage, marketing, farmers. This is the section from where at least 50 marks will come. Okay, so you have to study agriculture in detail. Issues, this also, okay, these two. Issues relating to direct and indirect farm subsidies, minimum support price, PDS system, buffer stocks, limitations, food security, animal rearing, food processing. So these 3 paragraphs, if you see, it's entirely related, some or the other related to agriculture and its future linkages, okay, backward and forward linkages. So these 3 paragraphs, whatever you see, you will get 50 to 60 marks if you study properly these things. Then land reforms in India, again in GS1 also it is there. Okay, so things are repeating, so that is good for you. Then effect of liberalization, okay, you know, industrial growth and all, for which I think 2018 and 19 questions have not come, but till 2017 lot of questions used to come. Okay, infrastructure, this is again important. Every year at least one question will come. Okay, either it will be this thing, what is it, railway, road, airport, energy. And now if you ask me weightage on this, energy is the most important one. Okay, energy is from where questions are coming more, solar energy, climate change, and all those things. Investment model is where you have this BOT model, hybrid model, PPP model. There are many things, and from there also one question used to come till 2017. Now 2 years it's not coming, but you have to study. Science and technology, again same like you study for prelims. It will be something which is there in the news, not like your science textbook or physics or chemistry or something. Okay, it will be completely things which is there in the news. Achievements of Indian in science and technology. This has been asked, I think 2 times, 3 times. They purposely particularly ask the scientist name. Okay, like Albert Einstein did something or Stephen Hawking did something. They will ask the name of the person and their achievements or their ventures you have to explain. So that is also a little difficult because you cannot go and study every scientist, but we will see what questions came. Okay. Then awareness in the field of IT, space, computers, robotics, nanotechnology, biotechnology. In this, if you see, robotics 1 question has come, nanotechnology 1 question has come, and biotechnology was predicted for 2018 and 19, but it was not asked. Okay, but in our test series and all, we have put a detailed question on this. Then computers and intellectual property, right? Lot of questions will come. Okay, intellectual property, at least this WTO related, IPR, TRIPS agreement, all these things questions are coming. Environmental pollution, I don't think much are there. But environmental impact assessment, this is going to be a question in 2020. It's a predicted question, so you can study for this. Okay, and disaster, definitely one disaster question will come, but that need not be a disaster in news. Okay, meaning the tsunami which happened many years back, that can be a question this year. Okay, or a flood which happened 3 years back can be your question this year. It is nothing like this year something happened and the question will definitely come based on that. It's not like that. They asked whichever they like. Okay. And this is another very important place where 50 marks will come. Okay, 40 to 50 marks will come. So if you say this is about the extremism, you know, like whether it's inside India or outside India, okay, which includes terrorism also, which includes this thing also. If you see the last 2 lines, organized crime with terrorism, border areas and security forces, you know, the CRPF is there, ITBP is there, SSB is there, all those forces related questions comes. And it can be neighboring countries also, or it can be a UN related mission also. It can be anything. Okay, very detailed questions come from here. And these days, cyber security also, a lot of questions are coming. Okay, and social media, it comes in both ethics paper and here both the places social media questions also coming. That is why, so if this one, if you see, this is like very huge compared to other syllabus which you saw in GS1 and GS2. This is very huge. In 1 paragraph itself they are giving lot of keywords, so for every keyword they can ask a question. So there is at least 60 to 80 topics, I would say, which you have to prepare for. Okay, and which will be useful for you in both essay paper and this thing. So studying will not be a waste of time for you, it will help you only. Okay, so the books which you have to get for that, first is like the previous year solved paper. You have to get this book so that you will get the answer for that also. Okay, because now I'm going to show you the trend of the questions. So if you have this open book with you now, open it and keep, so that this video will be more interesting. And then this is another publication, Arihant and Disha, whichever you want you can buy. Okay, one is 97 onwards, one is 2013 onwards, whichever you buy, it doesn't matter. Okay, depending on how many questions you want to see and prepare, depending on that you can buy. Rajya Sabha TV, very very important for this particular thing. And also there are many other playlists also in Rajya Sabha TV which is related to science and technology, that also you can watch, and that will also help you. So other than previous year paper, whether books you need, it's not required actually, but economics concept, if you want to study for prelims, you would obviously buy Ramesh Singh textbook. So that alone will be enough for your this thing also, because WTO, banking, all the concepts are there here again. Okay, so it can be that will be more than enough. And specific book for GS3 as a whole, there is this Arihant people again publishing books like this every year. They will add again same things, they'll add more topics and all, but everything is dynamic. So if you want to study the theory part by hearting, you can do this, it will be helpful. Else whatever newspaper, that is the content which you will be writing in your exam. So ongoing series also I'll tell before we go to the questions today, like GS 1 and 2 I have done, 3 I am doing, 4 I'll be doing next. Then we have this prelims going on. 2018 is almost over. After the 2017 I will start. Environment and medieval histories has been kept on hold. Then which is already available, geography, history, NCRT, sample MCQ, complete guidance for free, essay, English and Hindi paper, Spectrum, R.S. Sharma, Satish Chandra is on hold as of now. Then if this all will continue, definitely in the next 6 months, this channel will have too much content that this will be the biggest UPSC channel ever. Okay, so we are working on that. So if you give your feedback and likes and comment and all, not in WhatsApp, you have to give it under the YouTube. Okay, so that when new people come to this channel, they should feel like this is something worth watching. Okay, because students decide like that only. If they see like only 200 people have seen or 300 people have seen, and they will go to some other unwanted, undeserving channel, there will be like 20,000 people are watching, but the content will be junk. Okay, so they decide like that. So just to influence others, you have to show your feedback. World history, economic Ramesh Singh, and the 11th and 12th NCRTs are the immediate plans which is being planned. Okay, and regarding enrollments, come and WhatsApp me. The earlier you connect with me, earlier you will be not regretting, okay, the decision. Now the 2019, first we will see like topic wise I have split it again like as we usually do. So agriculture is the most important, and as I told, more questions will come. 2019, if you see, how far is integrated farming system helpful in sustaining agricultural production? Okay, so this is the concept. Like in prelims you saw they asked about conservation agriculture, and mains they are asking integrated farming system. So when you see this keyword, now as I told you have to make notes, you have to have a pen and paper with you, and you have to note down these keywords like this: integrated farming system, topic number 1. Okay, and many will repeat also, so then you don't have to write it again. Then water, the keyword water will be there almost every year. So here it is, elaborate the impact of national watershed project in increasing agricultural production from water stressed area. Okay, so there is a national watershed project. So like this, schemes are being asked since last few years now. Sikkim is the organic state. This same line was one of the statement in prelims also, 2018 prelims. So what are the ecological and economical benefits of organic state? So this, I don't think it's a very difficult question. Anybody will answer it. Then assess the role of National Horticulture Mission. Okay, so here it is National Watershed Project, and here it is National Horticulture Mission. So these are all 2019 question. Okay. How was the emphasis on certain crops brought about changes in cropping patterns in recent past? Elaborate the emphasis on millet production and consumption. Okay, so this was expected last year also, like millets and all, because the International Year of Millets was to be declared, and I think India declared it. Worldwide, I don't think it was declared, but it was recommended by India. Okay, so millets were expected both in prelims and mains, so that is why question has come. 2018 there is no question. 2017. What are the major reasons for declining rice and wheat yield in the cropping system? How crop diversification is helpful to stabilize the yield of the crops in the system. Okay, so crop diversification is a topic which you have to study. If you see here, cropping pattern is one keyword which is there in your syllabus. So crop rotation, cropping pattern, cropping system, crop diversification, whenever these kind of keywords are there, you have to prepare one answer, okay, one essay kind of answer, and according to what UPSC asks, you have to fit in those points alone. Okay. Then various types of revolution, okay, which you know, like there are many revolutions, milk revolution, green revolution, pink revolution. There are many things all related to food. Okay, so you have to write all those things. Golden revolution, golden fiber revolution. Okay, so how did it help in poverty alleviation and food security? So this word poverty again, which was in GS2, like multiple questions will come. So that's what I'm telling. When you prepare one topic, it helps overall thing. Okay. 2016, allelopathy. This one, problem in GS3 is like this keywords will come sometimes. So when you have never heard this topic, nothing you can do in the exam hall. You cannot Google or you cannot find out like what is the meaning. Okay, once you find out the meaning, you will know that okay, this was this much easy. Okay, but that is why you should do previous year paper, so that next time if it comes, okay, they repeat the same question, what will you do? You cannot blame someone. You have to blame yourself that you did not do the previous year paper. Okay, so allelopathy is something like I think plants or organisms are there which will give out some biochemicals, okay, from it, and then that will be actually useful for some other plant or organism to germinate. Okay, so one plant helping the other through its biochemical thing. So it's biology and chemistry mixed up concept. So try to Google and study. 12.5 marks. So you should study this. Okay, like how is its role in cropping system. You will anyway get it from the Arihant book, points about this. So you should do that. Then again, water use efficiency. Okay, describe the role of micro irrigation. Okay, even in our test series we had given a question about this micro irrigation. It's expected again in 2020. Okay. Given the vulnerability of Indian agriculture to vagaries of nature, discuss the need for crop insurance and bring out the salient features of Fasal Bima Yojana. So it is expected, same like this, the irrigation related scheme also, it was expected, but it has not come yet, I think. Then discuss the role of land reforms in agriculture development, identify the factors. So land reforms is actually post-independence thing which you study for GS1 also. So here in specific to agriculture development, you have to write about it. Livestock rearing, okay. Non-farm employment. So livestock rearing is the topic which is asked. You have to explain how to promote this sector, which now is actually happening. After this government came, it is like happening. So then in view of declining average size of land holding in India, which has made agriculture non-viable for majority of farmers, should contract farming and land leasing be promoted? Okay, so now this is the keyword for you. Contract farming, land leasing, okay, and this land reforms, write it all together. Okay, these are the topics which you have to study and write one essay kind of answer for that. How can the Digital India program help farmers to improve farm productivity and income? What steps has the government taken in this regard? Okay, so this was asked in 2015. That time that like too many steps were not there actually. Okay, and now in 2020 if they ask, you will have huge content for this because now everything is being digitized. There is like drone system being used. Many technological things, satellite related monitoring is used. So there are many things which can help the agriculture improve through digital means. Okay, 2014. There is also a point of view that APMC set up under the state tax have not only impeded the development of agriculture but also have been the cause of food inflation in India. So it's like critically examined. Okay, you have to tell the negativities of this. Okay, and APMC, lot of questions in prelims also come, very detailed question like who is the parent body, who is the parent ministry, who is the nodal agency, that kind of things come. So you have to prepare APMC as a very important topic. Then here again, All India Rural Credit Survey. Okay. In the villages itself, no form of credit organization will be suitable except the cooperative society. So this is a statement told by them in a survey. So you have to tell, okay, like the credit system in the villages. Then discuss the statement in the background of agriculture finance in India. Okay, this is continuation. What constraints and challenges do financial institutions supplying agriculture finance face? How can technology be used to better reach and serve rural clients? So it's about the funding or the banking things. Okay, like how will they get the credit? So it's again, if you see, all these are topics which comes in news. Hindu editorials are there, and you can prepare this. It's not very rocket science kind of thing. So here, if you see some 6-7 topics you would have got. Okay, and I hope you have noted down then also. Like this, I'll give you topics from everything. We'll see 2013 also. What are the different types of agriculture subsidies given to farmers at the national and state level? Okay, agriculture subsidies. Critically analyze the agriculture subsidy regime with reference to the distortions created by it. Okay, so this one is actually a WTO concept. There is like amber box, blue box, green box, if you know the different types of subsidies which you can give. Okay, if you are a WTO member, and even India is not agreeing to their terms and all, and you should know there is a big fight happening since 2013 to even now. Okay, so that you should know what it is. Then establish relationship between land reforms, agriculture productivity, and elimination of poverty in the Indian economy. Okay, so again it is the poverty, how it is. Okay, because here if you see different type of revolution and how it is helping poverty, and here it is about the land reforms and how it is related to elimination of poverty. Okay, so this is about the agricultural questions. Now we'll see industry questions, from where questions are reducing now. In the last few years, the questions have been reducing. 2018 and 19, I think no questions came. So the question which came in 2017 are account for the failure of manufacturing sector in achieving the goal of labor intensive exports. Suggest measures for more labor intensive rather than the capital intensive export. Okay, so labor intensive, capital intensive. So it's your economics concept actually. So that they are asking with the failure of manufacturing sector. Okay, industrial growth has lagged behind in overall growth of GDP in the post-reform period. Okay, you should know 1991 reforms. So give reasons for that. how far the recent changes in industrial policy are capable of increasing the industrial growth rate. So if you see that time, the mark distribution was like this. They used to give 7 plus 8 or 10 plus 5. So you have to write accordingly. Okay, like if you write the first part of the answer with a lot of points and the second part with just 2 lines, obviously you will not get the marks. Okay, because how much ever you write for the first part, they can give maximum how much? Out of 7, they give only maximum 3 or 4 only. So if you suppose you write it the other way, it will not work. So please see to it that if in case there is a split up given, they want you to write more for the second part. Okay. There is a clear acknowledgement that SEZ are a tool of industrial development, manufacturing and exports. Recognizing this potential, the whole instrumentality of SEZ requires augmentation. Discuss the issues plaguing the success of SEZ. So this concept SEZ you have to study. Okay, same like that. There is another thing also now. You go and find out what it is. Okay, there is one more economic zone which is now under Make in India. It's like being boosted too much. So that can be a potential question for the upcoming 2020 exam. Normally, countries shift from agriculture to industry and then to services. But India shifted directly from agriculture to service. Okay, you also know this. So, what are the reasons for huge growth of services compared to this thing, industry in the country? Can India become a developed country without a strong industrial base? Okay, so this is the question which India even asking themselves in every budget and everything. Okay, like like agriculture was there and directly India shifted to the call center jobs and all the service related thing, IT jobs. Okay, but the industry was weak. Okay, every government, even though they tried in the second planning commission, they tried with Mahala Nobis plan, but it failed. Okay, it did not boost. So that is why now Make in India is coming with more and more industry related thing and more Atmanirbhar kind of thing. Okay, so that we will be also having a huge production units. Okay, so that you have to tell this: can India become a developed country without a strong industrial base? So this kind of question can repeat. Okay, because this is what is in news now also. Now these kind of act, okay, right to fair compensation and transparency in land acquisition, rehabilitation and resettlement act has come into effect in this time. What are the key issues which would get addressed with the act in place? What implications would it have on industrialization agriculture? So this one you have to give the features of this one. So that is why this was a current affair that time, so it won't come again. But whatever something like this related to land, if there is a new scheme, okay, it can come. So please see to it that, or please expect such questions when in exam hall. Don't think like this is out of context. It can come. In a globalized world, intellectual property rights assume significance and are a source of litigation. Broadly distinguish between the terms copyright, patent and trade secret. So this one you have to study for your prelims also, including GI indicator, okay, geographical indication. So questions come every time, as I told, IPR and WTO related. And this time it was in news also because copyrights was initially under HRD ministry, then it was moved to Commerce Ministry. The other things were already under Commerce Ministry. So things like this, when it comes in news, there is a high chance that questions will also repeat. Okay. With a consideration towards a strategy of inclusive growth, New Companies Bill 2013 has indirectly made CSR a mandatory obligation. You know CSR, corporate social responsibility, where big companies where have to give a percentage of this thing into social things. Okay, you have to either put it in education or plant some trees, or you have to do something. Okay, with the extra, I think 2% or 5%, there is a rule. Go and read about it. CSR question comes in both this paper and ethics paper also. Okay. So discuss the challenges. So this one is about this bill because Companies Bill 2013, that time it was new. Now it is a very old one, but still it is still valid. Okay. Examine the impact of liberalization on companies owned by Indians. Are they competing with MNC satisfactorily? Okay. So this one is again liberalization concept. Globalization, privatization, liberalization. It is 1991 reforms becomes important for you. So in this slide, if you see the 1991 reforms and India's jumping directly to the service sector, then this kind of things, SEZ or any Make in India kind of thing, these are the things which are important for you. And then this WTO related things. Okay. Then here if you see FRP composite material, how are they manufactured, applications. So this is again a prelims also, this kind of question comes about some materials and applications. So this is like, it won't repeat, but because maybe that time it was in news. Okay. Then again, section 3D in the Indian patent law. Okay, like Copyright Act is there, like whether textbooks can be copyrighted and people can teach it using teaching and all. Like we also use textbooks. Okay, but if it's copyrighted, we cannot use the textbook directly, or we cannot sell it to you. Okay, you have to buy it or directly take it from the NCERT website or whatever. So that is the 3D Indian patent law, and also you have to know these kind of things. Supreme Court, that time it was in news. That is why that is asked. Okay, now medical. Questions comes less, but every year one question will be there. So how is the government of India protecting traditional knowledge of medicine from patenting by pharmaceutical companies? Okay, Indian recently all the Indian medicine systems is coming out. So again a question can come in 2020 also, especially because of this pandemic situation and all. And then stem cell therapy, it was asked. Okay, detailed question. So that's a concept. So this is a keyword you have to write down. It can repeat again, stem cell therapy and its advantage, disadvantage and all. Then again, if you see this kind of repeating only, Indian traditional knowledge digital library database containing this thing, whatever statements come here, okay, finally they'll ask about the entire detailing only, like pros and cons, or how is it implemented, that kind of thing. So this TKDL is traditional medicines is an important topic for you. Can overuse and free availability of antibiotics without doctor's prescription be contributors to the emergence of drug-resistant diseases? Okay, so this MDR concept, okay, multi-drug resistance and all these things in prelims also it was asked. So you have to study this about the prescription, without prescription you are giving antibiotics or overuse, okay, that kind of thing, which is again important this year, 2020 and 21. So 2013 question, again if you see fixed dose drug combination, discuss the merits and demerits. So drug is the keyword here. If you see drug and medicines, you can expect, but maximum 12 marks to 15 marks is coming, so it is up to you. As I always tell, in mains nobody is going to write 20 questions perfectly. Okay, you have to write 15 questions very nicely, and then you have to write 1 or 2 extra questions, even partial content is fine, and you will easily clear the cutoff. Next is again an important topic, food processing and distribution, which is a continuation of agriculture. So here also nowadays questions are coming because India is trying to make more and more processed food and more cold storages and all those things. So it is important for you. Okay. What are the reformative steps taken by the government to make food grain distribution system more effective? Okay, food grain distribution system. Okay, you know the PDS system is there. Okay, and recently many other new things have come. It's all covered in my economics test and current affair test, like how government is seeing to it that food crops, I mean the vegetables or something which is there, it don't go waste, or the farmers will get the correct price for it. Okay, for that many steps have been taken in the last 4-5 years. So all those reformative steps they are asking. Okay, then elaborate the policy taken by the government to meet the challenges of food processing sector. Again, as I told, the cold storages, even now it is in news. There is a big scheme also going on. Try to find out what is the scheme name. Okay, a big umbrella scheme is there where all the backward and forward linkages come together, and there all the things, okay, right from production of agricultural crops till it is reaching in the market, till consumer's hand, all the steps are being taken care now in different schemes under a big umbrella scheme. MSP, minimum support price, even in prelims a big question came in 2018. So that year it was very important. Okay, so how will it rescue? Now as I told, after minimum support price there is a new concept also. Go and find out what it is. That is what you have to write in the next year, 2019. Examine the role of supermarkets in supply chain management of fruits, vegetables and food items. How do they eliminate number of intermediaries? Okay, you know, like there are different types, like contract farming. There are different things where cooperative farming where farmers can directly sell to these kind of people, or there will be a middleman, there will be intermediary. So many middleman concept has been eliminated since the last few years. So that is what you have to explain. Okay, what is the role of supermarkets? Okay, so that directly they can get it from the vendors. It's actually contract farming concept. So you have to write on that. So what are the reasons for poor acceptance of cost-effective small processing unit? Okay, like the small ones which you can do in cottage kind of level. So how the food processing unit will be helpful to uplift the socio-economic status of poor farmers? Okay, so every question if you see, the whole idea is same only. Okay, like how can without wastage or without any loss you can improve the farmer's condition. So that is what is the gist of the question, every question. So you have to prepare a detailed answer on that and apply it according to how it is asked. How do subsidies affect the cropping pattern, crop diversity and economy of farmers? What is the significance of crop insurance, minimum support price and food processing? See, it's all repeating. So if you had prepared here minimum support price, crop insurance, food processing, you could have answered many other questions which came in the future. Okay. So that is why previous year papers itself, if you do, you will exactly know when you study some institute magazine or material, you will know that, okay, this one not only for prelims, I have to focus it for mains also. So that is why this is your first step. Okay, so even if in your coaching institutes tell, don't do previous year papers until you complete syllabus, they are actually doing injustice to your preparation. Okay, you will lag behind compared to the people who are doing the previous year papers. So impediments of marketing and supply chain management, can e-commerce help? Okay, so again same thing. Okay, like helping this food processing industry, can the e-commerce help in removing the bottlenecks, the difficulties or whatever is blocking the supply of things? In what way could replacement of price subsidy with direct benefit transfer change the scenario of subsidies in India? Okay, so direct benefit transfer. So if you see what are the things here, DBT, MSP, then this supermarket, all the linkages in the food processing scheme, supermarket. Then food security bill is expected to eliminate hunger and malnutrition. So if you see this hunger, malnutrition, poverty, to eliminate that, there will be some few things. So whatever you see in news, if you prepare, that will be enough for answering most of the things. Okay. India needs to strengthen measures to promote the pink revolution in food industry. Okay, so there is called pink revolution, which is in the meat industry and all. So this one you have to, if you are prepared later when the revolutions were asked. Okay, there was a question in previous slide where I showed you all the revolutions. So pink revolution was one thing, and you could have got some marks for that if you have done this. Okay, now savings, growth, inclusion, and jobs. Okay, this is another topic. It is argued that the strategy of inclusive growth is intended to meet the objectives of inclusiveness and sustainability together. Comment. Okay, so this one, maybe in economic survey and all, the same statement was there. They'll pick it up and they'll tell comment. Among several factors for India's potential growth, savings rate is the most effective one. Do you agree? What are the other factors available for growth potential? So this inclusive growth is there in GS2 paper also, where they were asking like how can everybody be included, not only in finance but also in different schemes, beneficiaries and all those things. So they are asking again India's potential growth, savings rate. Okay, savings rate, I think in prelims also I showed you a question, same kind of question. Okay, like whether do you agree and like what is the consequence of that. Okay, what are the salient features of inclusive growth? Has India been experiencing such a growth process? Analyze and suggest measures for the inclusive growth. Okay, so if you see here 2018 question was not there, and 17 and 19, these are the questions which was asked. 2016, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So if you see in previous slide I showed you Fasal Bima Yojana. So like this schemes, whichever is important, okay, which is a national level scheme, it can be picked up and asked in this paper. So you know this banking system which was there, and then Jan Dhan account was there, Aadhaar was linked, and directly money is being transferred. So that is a scheme. That time it was launched, so it is important. Now 2020, whatever new schemes, that will be more important for you. Comment on the challenges for inclusive growth, which include careless and useless manpower in the Indian context. Suggest measures to be taken for facing these challenges. Okay, again inclusive growth, you have to tell the challenges. How globalization has led to the reduction of employment in the formal sector of Indian economy. Is increased informalization detrimental to the development of the country? So previous slide you saw liberalization, here it is globalization. This year maybe the question will be privatization, because many of the things in central government, they are taking it and privatizing, because then only they'll perform better. Okay, even railways privatization is happening for the first time. So privatization can be a question which is not asked till now and can be surely one question of upcoming years. Okay. The nature of economic growth in India in recent time is often described as jobless growth. Okay, so this jobless growth also, I think even essay question has come. Do you agree with this view? Give argument in favor of your answer. Success of Make in India program depends on the success of Skill India. Okay, this I think repeated. This question same I have seen in GS2 also. So it's like this collaboration of schemes. Okay, there are many schemes which will go hand in hand. Okay, if one is improving, the other also will improve, or if one is going down, other also will go down. So that kind of interlinking schemes you have to see. Okay, so you have to discuss that with arguments. So 2015 these schemes were introduced, that is why these questions came. Okay, if you remember in 2016 prelims, many questions came from schemes. While we flaunt India's demographic dividend, we ignore the dropping rate of employability. What are we missing while doing so? Where will the jobs that India desperately need come from? So if you see this full slide, it is all about inclusive growth, jobs, schemes related to that, and demographic dividend, which is again GS2 you have already studied. Okay, the Indian population, which is a youth population now, and by 2035 and all, it will be very young population, and other countries also we can export human capital. Okay. Capitalism has guided the world economy to unprecedented prosperity. Okay, so this is an essay also can be written for this. However, it often encourages short-sightedness and contributes to wide disparities between the rich and the poor. Okay, in this light, would it be correct to believe and adopt capitalism for bringing inclusive growth in India? Okay, so this is like again the question which I think already came in essay, like rich becomes richer and poor becomes poorer. So capitalism, you have to discuss the advantage and disadvantage. Okay, for development obviously it is needed, capitalism, but whether it is having the problems also in India's context, India's growth context. So this is FDI FPI, where it used to repeat, but if you see after 2017 question has not come, because as I told, UPSC themselves might have got like fed up of asking that. Okay, so examine the development of airports in India through joint ventures under PPP. Okay, so airports and PPP, they mixed it up together. So what are the challenges faced by the authorities in this regard? 2016 justifies the need for FDI. Okay, for the development of Indian economy. Like even Prime Minister now every time keeps telling about this FDI and investments and all coming inside India. So why is there a gap between MOU signed and actual FDIs? Suggest remedial steps. Okay, like even though we sign a lot of things, it doesn't get implemented. So we have to tell the challenges. Then smart cities, rural urban differences, smart villages. Okay, So this also is something which you will prepare when you study Make in India and all these things. You are studying smart city also as one of the important scheme in our country. Again, public-private partnership. Okay, long gestation infrastructure projects can transfer unsustainable liabilities to the future. What arrangement need to be put in place to ensure that successive generation capacities are not compromised? Okay, so it's like long-term things and all. So whether future anything will get impacted or whether it is unsustainable to do these things. So again, it's the PPP concept. If you prepare, you can write this answer. National Urban Transport Policy emphasizes on moving people instead of moving vehicle. Discuss critically the success of various strategies of the government in this regard. Okay, so it's about the overall urban transport. You know, in every big cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, wherever, the urban transport is a big problem. Okay, not only the movement, also the pollution, all those things. So the urban transport policy which India has. Okay, with the latest update, you have to tell if it is asked again. 2014 International Civil Aviation laws provide all countries complete and exclusive sovereignty over the airspace above their territory. What do you understand by airspace? Okay, what are the implications of these laws on the space above the airspace? Discuss the challenges which they possess and suggest way to contain the threat. So it's about civil aviation. So here is a question of development of airport. It's about aviation and airspace. FDI in the defense sector is now set to be liberalized. What influence this is expected to have on Indian defense and economy in the short and long run? Okay, so this that time in defense sector when FDI was increasing, this question came. Now it's increasing in e-commerce platforms, in railways. If you see the latest budget, okay, many things are like being planned to be privatized. Okay, that's why I'm telling this time privatization liberalization question is expected 2020. So please prepare for that. Now discuss the impact of FDI entry into multi-trade retail sector on supply management change. Okay, so whenever FDI comes in, there is a question asked. Okay, you is repeating the questions. If you see here 1, 2, 3. Okay, though India allows FDI, what is called multi-brand retail through joint venture in September 2012, has not picked up. Okay, so FDI even after that has not picked up. So this one is actually a repetition. If you see this question and this question, here they are asking FDI is in paper but not getting implemented, and here they are telling even after a year it has not picked up. So if you prepare previous year paper, you could get lot of points for the next year. Adoption of PPP model for infrastructure development of the country has not been free of criticism. Critically discuss pros and cons. Okay, so again PPP you have to criticize. Okay, so here also same thing only, long gestation period. So if you see 2013 to 15-16 they repeated. So after 2-3 years. So again after 2-3 years, that is 2020, again these things will come. Okay, as I told, 2018 and 19 question has not come on FDI and PPP. So please be prepared. Okay. Budget and economy. So this is again now increasing recently. So if you see, enumerate the indirect taxes which has been subsumed under the GST. Okay, a direct question. Also comment on the revenue implications of the GST introduced in India since July 2017. Okay, so they have given a timeline also. So you have to, because that is the time when GST got implemented. So after that, what are the things? Okay, revenue implications, because you know GST collection has been increasing. Every time they give out a report, it will be like crores of rupees are coming under GST. The public expenditure management is a challenge to the government of India in context of budget making during the post-liberalization period. Okay, this one you have already seen. Post-liberalization period is now being stressed upon. Do you agree with the view that steady GDP growth and low inflation has left the Indian economy in good shape? Okay, so steady GDP growth, low inflation, which was happening since last few years, has it helped, okay, Indian economy? So you have to explain that. So it's a direct current affair. You have to explain how the state of Indian economy is now. And this again from budget and all they have taken. Comment on the important changes introduced in respect of the long-term capital gains tax. Okay, this was in budget direct chapter was there, which even we covered in detail in my economic survey PDF. It is there. Okay, so dividend distribution tax in the union budget. Okay, so this one is a direct thing. Unless you have studied it, you cannot write it. How are the principles followed by the Niti Aayog different from followed by the Planning Commission? So this is again basics. Okay, you know, like one is top to bottom approach, one is bottom to top approach, one is like having 5-year plans, one is having like a 3-year vision, 5 years something, 15 years something. Niti Aayog is a very big kind of planning. Okay, it's not like 5-year plan. So you will know it's like very basics. When you Google it, you will get all the differences. Then how would the recent phenomenon of protectionism and currency manipulation in world trade affect macroeconomic stability of India? Okay, so this protectionism, currency manipulation, everything is there in USA also is there, China it's also there. Okay, so you know, like every country will have. So it's like the opposite of globalization. So these kind of topics, when you see keywords, okay, globalization, privatization, liberalization, protectionism, nationalism, these are the things which can come again. Okay, So when you write down all these keywords at the end of this video, you will get around 60 to 80 keywords. Okay, so keep it handy. One of the intended objectives of the union budget, this is to transform, energize, and clean India. Okay, this even Prime Minister was going on telling that time. Now we have a different one. I think some aspire, inspire, something is there. So like that, keywords are there, and they just simply pick it up and ask you to write about it. Okay, analyze the measures proposed to achieve this objective. Women empowerment in India needs gender budgeting. What are the requirements and status of gender budgeting in Indian context? Craze for gold in Indians have led to a surge in import of gold in recent years and put pressure on balance of payment and external value of rupee. In view of this, examine the merit of gold monetization scheme. So directly, because that I told 2015, if you see in the previous slide, you saw Make in India was asked, Jan Dhan Yojana was asked, gold monetization is asked, Skill India is asked. Every scheme which was asked, which came in the news, they have asked it. Okay, but if you see the recent years, schemes are lesser. Okay, so it all depends on the mood of the question paper setting person that year. Okay. 2013, money laundering. What is the significance? Steps required to control. Okay. GST. So if you see here, that time GST was not even implemented. So they're telling discuss the rationale and reason for delay in rollout. Okay. And 2019 they asked what are the implications after it rolled out, because it's a very important thing. What are the reasons for the introduction of FRBM Act? This one again, detailed notes are there in my economics test, and in my full test I have written a big like 5 pages notes on how it evolved. Okay, right from 2000 budget 2000, FRBM was there, and India has been not able to meet the limits which they initially set, and they have now changed it slightly. So it becomes very important for you. Again, a question can come. So discuss critically its salient features and their effectiveness. Our students, I have given detailed notes. Please study from that. Again, a question is expected. What is the meaning of the term tax expenditure? Okay, taking housing sector as an example, discuss how it influences the budgetary policies of the government. So this one, I think in that year's budget, a chapter was there. Okay, that is why it was asked just like this, but it cannot repeat same way. If it is again coming in the economic survey in similar form, it will come. Okay, else they will not ask like this. So this is about budget and economy. If you see, I think you will have an idea that it is important. Okay, they can ask about different act and different words mentioned in the budget and the different schemes also. Now, space tech, nuclear, and the scientist. I told you in syllabus also, sometimes they pick the scientist name directly and ask you to write. So how was India benefited from the contribution of Visvesvaraya and MS Swaminathan in the field of water engineering and agriculture science? Visvesvaraya was in news because of his anniversary and all those things, and there was a troll video about Rahul Gandhi not even able to pronounce this word and all. So they just made up a question like that. UPSC is like this only. Whatever is trending in the news, they'll make a question out of that. Okay, so what is India's plan to have its own space station, and how will it benefit our space program? Okay, you know, like USA has a big international space station, and it's a collaboration of many countries. Like that, I think China also is doing their own one now, and now India is. Whether India should have, what is India's this thing, okay, plan and how it will benefit. Discuss the work of Bose-Einstein statistics. So this one in prelims also it was asked. So it is important. It was important that year because again of some anniversary. But this year it can be something else. Okay, like Stephen Hawking was predicted, but I don't know whether they have asked it. Okay, so this one is again a concept. If you have no idea, you cannot write it. So that's why I'm telling, out of 20 questions, there can be questions which you cannot attempt. So please don't write some stories there. Okay, UPSC don't like that. When you write like your school level, like you go and fill up the paper simply for namesake, they won't like it. Okay, your impression will go down. So if you don't know something, it's okay to completely skip. You don't need to score all the marks, all the this thing. You need just to clear the cutoff. With growing energy needs, should India keep on expanding its nuclear energy program? Discuss the fact and fears associated with nuclear energy. Okay, so it's a 2018 question. So it's important, as I told, every year some energy related thing will be there. Solar is the most predicted one all the years, but nuclear is also asked in detail once. Okay. India has achieved remarkable success in unmanned space missions, including the Chandrayaan and Mars orbiter mission, but not ventured into manned space missions. What are the main obstacles to launching a manned space mission, both in terms of technology and logistics? So this one, we have now Gaganyaan mission, which Prime Minister has told, like by 2022, we will be sending at least 3 to 5 Indians to space. So in our own vehicle. So that has never happened till now. So it can come maybe because it's in 2022. This topic stays valid till 2022. So all who are preparing for next 2 to 3 years of prelims and means, this topic is important for you. Okay, or Chandrayaan 2, which was in news, can be a potential topic for this year. Okay, now give an account of the growth and development of nuclear science and technology in India. What is the advantage of fast breeder reactor? Okay, so this is like you are studying the entire theory of nuclear thing. So this, if you are prepared, it's like repeated back to back, 2017 and 18. Okay, here they are explaining more. What are the facts and fears associated with nuclear energy? Okay, the disaster angle also you have to tell. Discuss India's achievement in the field of space science and technology. How the application of technology has helped in India in the socio-economic development. So socio-economic development means everything. Okay, so how has technology helped it? You know, like drones are used, satellites are used, many digital things are used. So how is it helping? So this, I think you can get general points, but only if you write specifically, you will get good marks out of this 12.5. Okay, so because even the topper, they'll give only 6 or 7 marks only. So you have to see that your answer is unique. Then standard positioning system, precision positioning system in the GPS. Discuss the advantages India perceives from its ambitious IRNSS. This one in 2018 I showed you. Okay, this 7 satellite, this exact thing was asked in prelims. Okay, in a detailed way. Like they have 3 satellites in geostationary orbit and 4 satellites in geosynchronous orbit. So here in 2015 itself, they had asked a mains question on that. That is why 1 year's mains will help in next year's prelims also. So see to it that you study all these topics. Now climate change, this is one of the new sections where question numbers are increasing. Okay, because of the carbon dioxide thing and greenhouse gases and all. Internationally, a lot of things are happening. So that is why questions are increasing. So coastal sand mining, whether legal or illegal, poses one of the biggest threat to our environment. Analyze the impact of sand mining. Okay, so this was again a prelims question. Prelims, the question was what are the impact of sand mining, and they give 3 statements. Okay, like water table will go down, salinity will increase. So that kind of thing. So that is actually, I am telling, 2018 prelims question is now 2019's mains question. Okay. Then carrying capacity. This also is your basic environment. In Shankar IAS textbook also it is there. What is carrying capacity of ecosystem, and the things which humans are exploiting and spoiling, and then everything is now not able to live properly. Okay, now because of lockdown, actually environment is healing. Else humans were actually destroying. So this is the concept which is basic of economics. You have to write it in a detailed way. Okay, understanding the concept while planning for sustainable development of a region. 2018, access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy. Okay, too many adjectives they gave. SDG, this is what they wanted to ask. For that, they put up a very big sentence. Okay, comment on the progress made in India regarding this. Okay, so you know India is India was the first one also to send the reports also, I think, related to this and both Paris climate. So SDG goals, where is India standing? You know there is 17 goals and 169 target. Okay, 17169. That number you should by heart. So in that, where is India standing now? Okay, what is India doing? Well, this can be asked again after 2 years. Again, they can ask this. So prepare for that. What are the impediments in disposing the huge quantities of discarded solid waste which are continuously being generated? How do we remove safely the toxic waste that has been accumulating in our habitat environment? So this again in prelims 2019 it was asked solid waste management. So in mains also they asked. So that's what the people who are preparing this question paper has some topic and they are thinking whether we can make it a prelims question, we are make it a mains question, and they are asking it. So both are interconnected. Okay, prelims and mains. Climate change is a global problem. How India will be affected by climate change? How Himalaya and coastal states of India will be affected by climate change? Okay, so it's again everything is same, climate change, but they are asking in specific to Himalayas and coastal states. Okay, not about central India or something else. Give an account of the current status and targets to be achieved pertaining to the renewable sources of energy in the country. Discuss in brief the importance of national program on light emitting diode. Okay, you know, like we had a lot of like Ujala scheme was there, then distributing LEDs, street light program was there. So everything was there in 2015-16. So if you seeing the trend 2015-16, the questions are more focused on schemes of the government. Okay, but other years it is something else. Okay, which came in news or which is international in nature. To what factors can the recent dramatic fall in equipment cost and tariff of the solar energy be attributed? Okay, dramatic fall in equipment cost and tariff of solar energy. What implications does the trend have for thermal power producers and related industries? So solar is increasing, the cost is reducing. So what impact does it have on thermal related industry? Okay, the coal industry and all. Should the pursuit of carbon credit and clean development mechanism set up under UNFCCC be maintained even though there has been a massive slide in the value of carbon credit? discuss in respect to India's energy need for economic growth. So again, mixing up international and Indian thing. Okay, you know, like UNFCCC, Kyoto Protocol, all these things have this carbon credit concept. Okay, if you don't know, if you are my student, you have a revision chart for this. Go and read about all these things. Different mechanism, clean development mechanisms are there. So they are telling like about the decline in value and how it is affecting India. See, environmental impact assessment. This is what is 2020 predicted question. It is increasing undertaken before a project is cleared by the government. Discuss the environmental impact of coal-fired thermal plant located at coal pit heads. Okay, so they are specifically asking about this thing, but anything can be asked. Okay, I think in ethics also one case study was there where one industry was emitting some gases, and then if you are a district collector, how will you handle the situation? One question was there. Okay, so this topic is very important for you, especially this year, because many gas plant explosions and things are happening. Okay, so please prepare environmental impact assessment. It is an important topic for you. Then here, illegal mining. Discuss the Ministry of Environment and Forest concept of go and no-go zones for coal mining sector. Okay, so again, if you see these years, coal mining was like the question was revolving around coal mining. Then slowly it changed into renewable. Then it will go to solar. Then it will go to nuclear. So that is how the trend has been changing over the years. Okay, so you have to prepare all types of energy sector, sustainable development goals. It is not something new or something very rocket science kind of thing. This is expected for you to study because it's mentioned in the syllabus. Environment reverse developmental project. What is wetland? So this is something which you will definitely study. Explain the Ramsar concept of wise use in the context of wetland conservation. Cite 2 examples of Ramsar sites. So it's a very easy one, Ramsar sites. As I told, we have a map video already where all the Ramsar sites are explained with map. So this was not a very difficult question, 2018. Then how does biodiversity vary in India? How is the Biological Diversity Act 2002 helpful in conservation of flora and fauna? Okay, so this again an act which if you have studied you can write, else you have to skip this. Not many years ago, river linking was a concept, but it is becoming a reality in the country. Discuss the advantages and impact. Okay, so river linking, which again you will study obviously because it's there in GS2 also. 2016, rehabilitation of human settlement is one of the important environmental impact which always attract controversy while planning major projects. So this again environmental impact assessment related thing only, like people will protest because people have to be rehabilitated. And if you tell like we are going to set up an industry here, we are going to set up a mine here or something, you will have to shift the people from there. Okay, so discuss the measures suggested for mitigation of this impact while proposing major development projects. Okay, so this people settlement when new projects come, that is what you have to discuss. Namami Ganga and NMCG. See if it's 2015. If you take the 2015 paper alone and if I show you, I think it will be all schemes from top to bottom. All 20 questions will be schemes only. What do you understand by runoff river hydroelectric project? Okay, so previous slide you saw nuclear, you saw coal, you saw thermal, you saw what was that other one, renewable, everything was there. Now they are asking this also, hydroelectric. So 2013 onwards, if you see, almost every kind of energy type has been asked. Okay, National Water Policy of India. So again taking Ganga as an example. Okay, pollution. So this can repeat, I think, because now I think Varanasi, some news was there that the cleanest Ganga town and something like that. So it's in news, river healing and river getting more clean because now all the industries are shut down. So obviously it will get clean only. So like that, they can ask a question about the progress of this Ganga mission. Okay, it can be a potential question. Cyber, IT, science and tech. Okay, so this one, lot of questions are there and it's important. Cyber Dome project, explain how it can be useful in controlling internet crimes in India. Okay, so maybe second part alone, if they ask, you will write like how to control internet crimes in India. But Cyber Dome project, if you did not study, you cannot do. That is why current affair is important for this section. Then biotechnology helps to improve the living standard of farmers. Okay, so this one was finally asked. Okay, earlier it was like robotics and nanotechnology used to be asked, and biotechnology question was not there. And finally in 2019 they asked it. Okay, so even in our test series we have a detailed question for this. How can this help to improve the living standard of farmers? Why is there so much activity in the field of biotechnology in our country? How has this activity benefited in the field of biopharma? Okay, so it's repeated. So I think robotics and all was even before this. Okay, so 2018 onwards they have shifted their focus to biotechnology. Data security has assumed significant importance in the digitized world due to rising cyber crimes. So this committee you were expected to study. It was a prelims question also, like data information, data protection related committee was there, and big guidelines was issued. So that directly they're asking, like a report related to protection of personal data in cyberspace. Okay, in your view, strength and weakness. So that means you have to explain only anyway these things. So this is all current affairs. If you see whatever is coming, they are not asking very core theory about this thing. And discuss the potential threat of cyber attack and security framework to prevent it. Nanotechnology, 21st century, mission on nanoscience and technology, application in the development process of the country. So it's like if you prepare nanotechnology, you will obviously have all the points to write for this. Okay, there's nothing specifically you have to study for this question alone. So that is why topics like this now just note down. Okay, biotechnology is there, cyber attack is there, and nano technology is there. Use of internet and social media by non-state actors for subversive activities is a major security concern. How has these been misused in the recent past? Suggest effective guidelines to curb the above threat. Okay, so social media, it can be even an essay question, like social media is both a blessing as well as a curse. Okay, so you have to study in that angle, so that when they ask to criticize, you can criticize. When they ask to appreciate, you can appreciate. Okay, so social media is the next important topic. What are the areas of prohibitive labor that can be sustainably managed by robot? Okay, so like many things are there where humans need not work. Okay, which are like very not good for them. So there you can install robot, so that they don't have to do such jobs. Okay, where it's waste management related or anything. So you have to explain that robotics, the prohibitive labor area. Okay, so discuss initiative that can propel research in the premier research institutions for substantive and gainful innovation. Okay, so robotics, prepare entirely as a topic, and however they ask, write only those points. Discuss the advantage and security implications of cloud hosting of servers, machine based hosting for government business. Okay, in-house machine based hosting. So this one and all, if you have not studied, you cannot write it. Okay, because nobody is going to read lot of news items based on this cloud hosting and server and supercomputers and many things you are not going to study. So this was specific 2015. So if because it is asked once, you have to prepare this answer alone. Okay, like about this question. Don't go and overdo research on this, because one question is going to come 12 marks or 15 marks. For that, don't overdo science and technology. Considering the threat cyberspace poses for the country, India needs a digital armed force to prevent crime. Critically evaluate the national cyber security policy. Okay, so here they are asking national cyber security policy. Here they asked national mission on nanoscience. So anything which government does, you have to do as that mission salient features alone. Okay, that you can then criticize or appreciate based on how the question is asked. 2014, scientific research in Indian universities is declining because a career in science is not as attractive as business professionals, engineering or administration, and the universities are becoming consumer oriented. Okay, critically comment. So again, like universities, the science thing was declining. That is why now, since last few years, okay, 2014 obviously it was less only, but now after that many things came under this Atal mission, innovation mission, and then there is this Prime Minister fellowship is there, then Ramanujam fellowship is there. There are many things in the last 4 or 5 years which has come, and it's like it is giving lot of money to the scientists and all, and even from foreign collaboration we are doing lot of things. The professors from outside are invited to India, so many things are happening for research and innovation in universities now. So now the question can be about the progress and the development and the result of that. Okay, here it is about the critically comment, but next if a question comes, it will be about to tell the success of this. Okay, so 2013 weird questions came. In cricket there is this DRS system, umpire system. So there about that they asked, okay, the concept and how the technology works. So that was difficult because nobody will prepare for that unless you read an article about that. So it was a difficult question, but it came that time. Okay, digital signature in 2019 prelims, a detailed question came. What is the difference between digital signature and digital sign? Two different things. So the features of that it was asked. And here 3D printing technology, again in 2018 prelims they asked what are the applications of it. Okay, so here they are asking list out the advantage and disadvantage of it. Then cyber warfare is considered by some defense analysts to be a larger threat than Al-Qaeda or terrorism. So what do you understand by cyber warfare? Like like the future war, everything is like now digital. Okay, you can even influence elections, you can influence anything which is happening in the world through cyber thing. Okay, that is why now even India is banning lot of applications and websites and different things. Okay, so what are social networking sites and what security implications do these sites present? Okay, so social networking sites. Okay, social networking sites becomes important to you. Social media is asked. So these kind of things, if you see on the screen, I think again some 5 topics you would have got from this slide. So like this, I hope you are writing down, because ultimately you cannot watch this full video again, it's very lengthy. Now terrorism, there are 2 types. One is which happens outside in the borders, and one happens like within India, insurgency, where the extremist groups and Naxals are there. So 2 different slides I'll show you. Okay, so terrorism and violence. This is about this Jamaat-e-Islami in Jammu and Kashmir. What is the question? Brought into focus the role of overground workers in assisting terrorist organization. Okay, so overground workers, this was in news also, so you have to write about that. Examine the role played by them in assisting terrorist organization in the insurgency affected areas. Discuss measures in neutralize influence of overground workers. Okay, so people will be there who are supporting these terrorists and all these things, especially in Jammu and Kashmir. So this banning which happened, that is why this question was asked. So you have to write, and you have to be specific to it. Please don't write stories after stories about whatever you know about terrorism. Okay. Then Indian government has recently strengthened the anti-terrorism laws by amending this UAPA 1967 and the NIA Act. Analyze the challenges in context of prevailing security environment while discussing the scope and reasons for opposing the UAPA. Okay, so that is something which happened in news. That is why it was asked. So there will be some, again, 3 to 4 topics here which you have to study: Jammu and Kashmir, Myanmar, and those things. Other than that, nothing will come. Okay, 2017, the terrorism is a grave challenge to national security. What solutions do you suggest to curb this growing menace? Okay, so what are the main sources of terrorist funding? So it's like very general question about terrorism and its funding. Terrorism is emerging as a competitive industry over the last few decades. Analyze the above statement. Okay, so terrorism, like it's like an industry itself. Okay, there are many things, and if something happens, we have to wait for their thing, like who will claim it. Okay, sometimes ISIS will claim, sometimes will the Al Qaeda will claim, or sometimes some new one will claim. Okay, so things are happening. So it's in 2016. Okay, when we had the surgical strike and all those things. See, that question also was asked. Hot pursuit and surgical strike was in news. So you have to write about that. Okay, discuss the strategic impact of such actions. Okay, which India did. Now even movie was there, and more than the movie, you should go and watch the web series which came in, I think Sony app or something. One where somewhere that Avrod, it's a web series where 9-10 episodes are there, and they have shown the detailing. Okay, the surgical strike did not happen like how it actually happened in the movie which you saw. Okay, the Hindi movie which came, Bollywood movie, it is not like that. It was like even more tough. Okay, the soldiers had to wait there for one full night, and next day only they could do the thing. Okay, so Indian soldiers were there in the LOC forest area, hidden. Okay, so that and all they did not show in the movie. So you go and watch the web series, you'll get a more detail about how the planning, entire thing happened. So here religious indoctrination via digital media has resulted in Indian youth joining the ISIS. Okay, this one more from the South Indian state of Kerala. There were news like many are joining through social media. They get influenced. They have their Facebook pages, they have their Twitter pages, and they go and join. Okay, they are recruited through social media, digital medium. So how can this be dangerous? 2015. So again, a question is expected in that area. Then a diverse nature of India as a multi-religious and multi-ethnic society is not immune to impact of radicalism, which is seen in her neighborhood. Discuss along with strategies to be adopted to counter the environment. So this one is again this radicalization and border neighborhood related multi-religious, multi-ethnic. People are coming inside and all are getting influenced by religion and all these things. So that thing. Okay, and this one is a very different kind of question which they never asked after that. It's about the piracy which happens. Okay, they have given latitude, longitude degree, 65 degree and 78 degree. You should at least know where India is. Okay, like India, where Indian standard time, at least if you know, it is like 82.5 degree. So they are asking about this 65 to 78 degree, which is near Africa. Okay, that is the Horn of Africa, and that Bab el Mandab Strait, where it's a thin, narrow path. If you know the map, Red Sea is there, and through which only ships comes. Okay, like here Yemen and Oman is there like this. Okay, and here big Saudi is there. This is Saudi. So here and this side it is Africa. Okay, so this area where piracy happens, about that they are asking about International Maritime Organization. What impact does it have on India's security? Okay, when piracy happens through that area. This is the internal one, border forces and all those things. So if you see cross-border movement of insurgents is only one of the several security challenges facing the policing of the border in Northeast India. Examine the various challenges currently emanating across the India-Myanmar border. So this one, India Myanmar has been asked 2-3 times already. You have to prepare. Also in Rajya Sabha TV, I think yesterday's episode was about the declining insurgency in Northeast India. Okay, now because more and more developments is happening in Northeast India, the insurgency have reduced, and more these terror groups are going and talking peace talks with the government. Okay, so that was there in news because 2014 to 19 many peace talks has happened. So it is still in news and it can again come for the exam. So this is CPEC, China Pakistan, which passes through Kashmir. Also they have a plan of making this one belt one road initiative. There is a part in India passing through India. So brief description of that and reasons why India has distanced itself. Okay, so it's a very easy thing for you to write if you know basics of map and current affair. Then left-wing extremism is showing a downward trend, like I told. So, but it still affect many parts. Explain the government of India's approach. So, what all India did to counter that. Then India's proximity to two of the world's biggest illicit opium trade. Okay, like India's left and right, both sides, there is opium related countries. You go and find out where it is. Okay, where is the golden crescent, golden triangle. These are the countries where this opium trade is happening. So impact on India. Okay, what countermeasures should be taken to prevent the same, okay, from entering India. Northeast region again has invested with insurgency. Analyze the major reasons for survival of armed insurgents in the region. So we have to explain the insurgency there, not the trend and all. What is happening? Why is it happening? Then mob violence is emerging as a serious law and order. Like mob killing, mob justice. These kind of things were happening too much in the 2015 to 17 timeline. Okay, so media trials and all these things. People are killing each other on the road. Like they feel like they are giving justice. So because it was in news, they are asking everything. Causes, consequence of such violence. Border management is a complex task due to difficult terrain and hostile relations with some countries. Elucidate the challenges and strategies for effective border management. Okay, so border management, a direct question. You have to obviously study like how you can manage. Easiest way is to develop the borders. You should have all the roads, everything. People can, even though it is hostile areas, you can make your army reach there. You can be like easily accessible. Okay, that is the easiest way, and that is what this government is trying to do also. So human rights activists constantly highlight the view that AFSPA, AFSPA, which is there. You should know this, where in Northeast some states it is implemented. So they are telling, I think, critically evaluate, okay, whether it is needed or not. The persisting drives of the government for development of large industries in backward areas have resulted in isolating the tribal population and farmers who face multiple displacement. So this Naxalbari, Naxal is the place where it started, like West Bengal related area. So this again LWE doctrine affects citizens mainstream. So if you see this and this is like one is about explain about that, one is about the declining trend. Okay, so left wing extremism is one topic. Okay, so if you see here LWE, AFSPA, Northeast insurgency, and this opium trade which happens, then border management. Okay, so these are the things which is asked too many times. Then again trans-border migration. Discuss the strategies to curb this. So already India, Bangladesh, now the relationships have improved. So because of that, the borders are more protected, more sealed, and the number of people who go here and there is changing. Okay, it's like not too much now. Earlier it was too much, and we had no control or we had no census. That is why now the citizenship bill, the NPR, all those things are coming, so that we have a clear idea of who are Indians and who are not Indians, who has migrated. All those things will be clear now. So China and Pakistan have entered into agreement for development of economic corridor. So if you see 2014, they asked about CPEC. Okay. Same thing. What does this pose? India security, what is the problem? And here they are asking, why is India standing out away from this? Okay, so both are same. So CPEC becomes important for you. Article 244 Indian Constitution relates to administration of scheduled areas and tribal areas. Analyze the impact of non-implementation of provisions of the 5th schedule on the growth of left-wing extremism. Okay, so 5th schedule, 6th schedule, tribal areas, how it is, their protection and all. So again, growth of left-wing extremism they are asking. So this is like 3 times now you saw the keyword already. So how far are India's internal security challenges linked with border management, particularly in view of long porous borders with South Asia and Myanmar? So like South Asia means Nepal, Bhutan, everything is coming, and Myanmar specifically they have mentioned. So which is Southeast Asia also. So here you see border management. So border management also was asked once here. Okay. So here also they are telling border issue, here also they are telling border issue. So internal security is a very important topic for you, okay, for mains. And our mains test series will cover all these topics anyway, so you don't have to worry much about it if you are our student. Disaster management, I think the last topic. So we can wind up this video soon, now in 5 minutes. Vulnerability is an essential element for defining disaster impacts and its threat to people. How and in what ways can vulnerability to disaster be characterized. Discuss different types of vulnerability with reference to disaster. Okay, so it's all like the same word they are repeating again: vulnerability. Okay, so disaster, how it happens, then in what ways they are vulnerable, and explain the different types of vulnerability. Okay, like disaster can happen, depending on the Indian geography, history, everything, it can happen or in that area. Then disaster preparedness is the first step in any disaster management process. Explain how hazard zonation mapping will help disaster mitigation in the case of landslide. Okay, so this word is not a very difficult word, hazard zonation mapping. Okay, so mapping is the key. Only then you will know where it can happen or in what frequency it can happen. So it's about landslides in particular. You have to explain 250 words. So describe various measures taken in India for disaster risk reduction before and after signing the Sendai framework for 2015 to 30. Okay, internationally there was one thing called Hyogo framework 2005. Then when it got expired in 2015, they then came up with this thing. Okay, 15 to 30. So if the first one was a 10-year thing. Okay, 2005 to 15 is 10-year scheme kind of thing. After that, now for 15 years they have done 2015 to 30. Okay, so Sendai framework before and after. What is India's this thing? Okay, before and after, how it was. Then here it is tsunami. If you do 2004 tsunami, they are asking in 2017. Okay, that's why I told disaster has no connection with current affair. They will ask whichever they like. So here NDMA guidelines and mechanisms to reduce and prepare. Okay, it's about tsunami oriented. Here it was landslide. Here it was tsunami. Urban floods. So this was an expected question that time because floods happened in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and in Northeast every year it is happening. So it's a very, very important topic for you. So here it is asked for 12.5 marks. Preparedness again for floods. Okay, so floods is another important one. Then this one, NDMA guidelines discuss about the cloud burst in Uttarakhand. Okay, which was again 2013 current affair. They asked in 2016. So cloud burst, flood, tsunami, and landslides is asked. Earthquakes is also asked in 2015. Okay, again question is same always. Okay, preparedness for mitigating the impact, but you have to talk in context of different disaster. Drought. 2016 it was like the El Nino year and all, and but question came in 2014 itself. Okay, maybe that's why they did not ask in 2016. So here if you see vulnerable sections, September 2010 guidelines of NDMA. So NDMA is important for you. Okay, so here again it's written El Nina and La Nina fallout. Okay, even before it happened they have asked it. So this is in prelims also it was important, and detailed questions come about El Nina and La Nina. Please study your geography from any basic textbook, it will be there. And NDMA guideline is important. This full picture if you see, national level guidelines and international level schemes they have asked, and then 4 to 5 types of disaster they have asked. So here again the same thing, vulnerability and risk management of pre-disaster management. Okay, here if you see they are asking preparedness, somewhere they asked. Okay, preparedness is the most important or the first step. So here again they are asking pre-disaster management. Okay, as an administrator, what are the key areas that you would focus? So it's all about getting prepared for it, and if it happens related to this different things, they can ask. Okay, so maybe some new kind of disaster they can ask this year, but you have to wait for what it will be in 2020. So that's it, the questions. If you see, these are the topics which came: FDI, PPP, agriculture, industry, patents, IPR, climate change. Okay, these are all important keywords again. Just match with the notes if you have made any, whether you have done all this. One disaster, and it need not be from news. Insurgency from Kashmir, Northeast and LWE, left-wing extremism, cross-border religion, terrorism, cyberspace and internet, all the schemes and things they have asked. Growth, savings, GDP and economy, questions are less, but it is coming. Then nanotechnology and robotics, many questions are not many. It was the one which was in trend, and now biotechnology is also asked. Then food processing, DBT, subsidies, very, very important. 40-50 marks will come from here. Energy sector, you saw nuclear is there, solar is there, thermal, coal, everything was asked. River, Ganga river specific 2 questions came, and then river linking was there. Then space missions, again IRNSS was asked, and then space station for India, that kind of futuristic questions can come. Humans going to this thing, Gaganyaan mission and all. Gaganyaan is expected as a question. Then medical, you saw like less questions, but it was there about traditional Indian medicines and all. And now, because now India is one of the country where a lot of medicines are exported from India, that related one question will come. Okay, I'm predicting it now, 2020, a question will come about India as a global supplier of medicines. Okay, one question will come. Then budget. Okay, budget, general budgeting or railway budgeting or whatever budget happens, they will ask a question. Okay, if any tax system is there, GST, anything which is announced in budget, it can come. Okay, so anything in news, and this is the priority order. Okay, so this is what is a detailed analysis which I can do for you. And definite questions, again compare with whatever you have written. Wherever I have written less now means it was there in trend till 2017 but not there, and more means it is like increasing every year. Okay, so if you see this, food, economy, science, cyber, nano, environment, terrorism, internal security, disaster, cyber, which is increasing, act, more number of acts is there, space missions, scientists and medicines, very, very less questions have come. Inclusive growth, more important for GS2, but again 1 or 2 questions were there, which was there in 2017. So this is the thing which you have to prepare with, and I hope you have got an idea of what is there to prepare. Okay, so next time when you open your economics text, you will not sit and study simply banking or unwanted things, because that is not asked in your mains. Okay, because students don't know this. Coaching institutes tell that you have to study economics, you still sit and study a lot of economics, and finally what happens is in the exam hall it doesn't come. Okay, then you will feel sad that why did I prepare this much, nothing is coming. That is because you did not even open the previous year paper and check. So please see to it that now you have a clear idea what is coming, what has to be stressed upon, what is the books which I should refer, how much weightage has different topics given in this thing. So you will never be feeling bad. Okay, you will prepare a lot of agriculture and go, you will never feel bad because questions are going to come, 50-60 marks are going to come. You will prepare food processing and go, you will not feel bad. You will prepare terrorism and insurgency, you will not feel bad because definitely question is going to come. So please see to it that study things which are asked in exam and not what coaching institutes tell you. Okay. And this is about the guidance playlist 2020, 21, 22. Everybody can go and watch. After this, you will have a clear idea whether you are actually eligible for this exam or not. I am not telling about your age limit or something. I am telling about your mental brain maturity. Okay, there are many people who think like I will go and watch a lot of free lectures and I am ready for this exam. It's not like that. There is many more other things you have to study, which you have to build as a person, as a personality development. That will happen only if you watch this kind of videos. Okay, so please watch these videos and then only start your studying and by hearting videos. Okay. And about test series, come and contact me for free test. Come and email me with this free code. You will get free test immediately. And everybody come and WhatsApp me so that you will not miss out on any videos which is made at YSIS, completely free for you. Okay, and please hit subscribe because it involves a lot of effort to make these many big presentations and all. To research a lot of things. So please see to it that your support is continuous and we will be growing as the biggest channel which is completely free for UPSC aspirants. Okay. So I'll come up with the next video soon. Till then, enjoy your learning. Thank you and have a nice day.